Hey everybody, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I just wanted to make a quick video and share with you some of the projects I've been working on for KSCraft Lovers store. These are dies that I received in my design team package, and I made some cute things I think that I wanted to share. So the first project I made is a card, and I used two different die sets. The first one is this coffee pot set right up here, and this one is called the Coffee Pot Shaker Memorydex, and I will link all the products down below, of course. So this one you can make into a Memorydex or not. I chose to not make it into a Memorydex. You can make it a shaker if you want, which I did, or you don't have to, but I just love the old-fashioned kind of coffee pot look to this. And then I used the coffee sentiment shadow words, and I used But First Coffee, but I also cut out Coffee and Crafts because I wasn't sure which one I was going to use, so I will show you both. And these are great because they come with shadow pieces that are stitched, which I really like, and the font of these are beautiful. If you don't want to use the shadow piece, you don't have to. You can, use the words separately depending on your project and where you want to place your words. And I have used them separately before, but on this one I did use the shadow piece. I also want to show you the papers that I used. This I just picked up at Hobby Lobby this week. This is a 6x6 paper pad called Vintage Valentine. It is in their Valentine crafting section, and it was $6.99. It wasn't on sale yet. It probably will be next week, but I wanted to get it so I could start crafting with it. It's been out a few years. It came out in 2018, and I've seen it there before. I just never picked it up, but of course I waited till it was full price to pick it up. But anyway, these are the papers, just a quick flip through. And I did use this one. It comes with a few of each, 3 of each. So I just used a 6x6 like this and made it a 6x6 card, so I didn't have to cut this up or anything. So that's what I used. And I used a paper or two from this paper pad too. It's called Home Sweet Home by Cartabella. This one I've had for a while, I think since 2018, and this was from Tuesday Morning. And these papers are also kind of vintagey. And as you can see, I've used it quite a bit already in different projects, but the colors really coordinate with this one. So that's what I decided to use. So let me show you the card that I made. Like I said, it's a 6x6 card. Actually, it's a little bit bigger because it's 6x6 because I did use a edge die or a square die to cut out the Hobby Lobby paper, and then I put a 6x6 card behind it so you can kind of see it peeking out. So anyway, this is the coffee pot shaker that I made, and I filled it with buttons and sequins and diamond dots and little clay bits too. And I think all the different mixture gives it a lot of texture and lets it flow really easily. I used some 3mm foam to make the shaker, and I used clear acetate for the back of this. Sometimes I fill up I back my shakers with a pretty paper, but since it was a coffee pot, I wanted it to be clear in the back, so that's what I did. And this is paper from Hobby Lobby as well. This gold shimmer paper is from a gold pack I got from Sizzix. I tied a piece of twine around the neck of the coffee pot and hot glued on a little red heart button. And then I added some pink heart buttons, kind of like looking like they're flowing down into the sentiment, which says But First Coffee. These buttons I got at Joann's recently in the sewing section. They're just like really tiny pink hearts. And for the rest of the card, all I did was I added some diamond stickles to different parts of the flowers on both the upper and the lower corners of the flowers. And yeah, I think it's a nice card. It would be good for any occasion. Maybe you could use it for Valentine's Day, for a friend, birthdays, just a hello card, anything like that. So I think it came out really pretty, and the dies were really fun to work with. I think they go really well together too. For this one, I used the gold shimmer paper as well for the sentiment to pick up the gold on the coffee pot. So yeah, that was my first project. I showed that on Instagram if it looks familiar. All right, let's move on to the next one. First let me show you, this is the other sentiment that I cut out, Coffee and Crafts. And I wasn't sure which one to use, so I cut them out. I cut them both out, but I thought this one filled up the space better, so I'll save this for another project. It's always nice to have you know, things pre-made like that. Okay, so the next project is a card, another card, and this one I used the Heart Globe Shaker die set. I only used these two pieces. That's a good thing about these sets. You can break them up. You don't have to use them as intended. But it comes with just a regular heart and then a scalloped edge heart, which also has stitching on it, which is really nice. And then it comes with this thicker heart, which you could use to make a shaker. I didn't do that. I just used the hearts. There's a sentiment that says love you, and it also has a shadow layer. And then it has this like globe base, so you can make it into a globe, which I thought is so cute. And I really do want to use that. But for this card, I just needed the hearts. I also used this heart edge die, and this one comes in two different sizes, A2 and A6. This is the A2 size. It's a little bit smaller, and they come together in one order. So this makes a really cute edge to your cards. I cut out a sample just to show you what it looks like. You know, you can put it on the edge of a card, on the edge of a piece of paper, but and also all the little hearts pop out too, which is nice. But I'll show you the card itself, but I just wanted to show you a sample. I also use this stamp that I just got on eBay, which I'll talk about more in detail in my haul this week, but it's called, let's see, well, this is what it says. I love frosty nights, snowy days, and warm hearts. I thought this would be perfect for winter, Valentine's Day, either one. So this one is by PSX, and it was made in 2000, and the number is C3064 in case you're looking for it. So that's the stamp that I use for this card. Let's see, the papers I used some of the Hobby Lobby Vintage Valentine as well. I used this one too, the Home Sweet Home from Cartabella, and then I also used some paper from Frosted Peppermint from DCWV. I just love this pad. I got it this year at Christmas time, but there's a lot of just wintry kind of papers in it too. So you could see like this one here, it's red with white snowflakes, which is what I used, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day because it is still winter, especially here in New York. So here's the card that I made, and this is an A2 size card. I think it came out really, really pretty. I used those two heart dies that I showed you from the globe set. It cuts out the pretty scalloped stitched heart, and then the other one cuts out just a plain heart, so you can layer them up or not layer them, whatever you want to do in your project. I put the heart edge die on the edge of the pink card, and I backed it with some of that whitish paper from the Cartabella paper pad. I also used that whitish paper for this heart, and then the scalloped heart here, so it kind of pulled it all together. Let's see, what else? Oh, and when I cut this out of the red paper too, the red snowflake paper, and then I popped some of the hearts just back in there and paper pieced them. Just to, add a little bit extra to the card. And I also glued some of the hearts onto the bigger hearts. So all of these hearts came out from this one or from a red one that I had cut out as well. So that just kind of ties it all together. Here's that stamp, and I did add some stickles to the snowflakes and hearts, so just to add a little bit of shine to it. I tied some red twine in a bow and glued it onto each heart. And I thought this would be a really nice Valentine card, so that's what I plan to use it for. It's full of hearts and pink and red and snowflakes too. So not Christmassy at all, but still wintry. So yeah, I liked combining all the different hearts into one card, and yeah, I hope you guys like it too. All right, let's move on to my last project for now. This project, I used a couple of the tags that I had shown in my last project video, and that was for the Big Heart gift pouch. The Big Heart gift pouch, this is just some of what the die set comes with. It comes with these tags that I think are awesome because it cuts out a notch and it's kind of a heart shape too. So you could just slide it onto your packaging and you don't have to, you know, thread anything through a hole or anything like that. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. But it comes with 5 different sizes of those tags and they're stitched. So yeah, I just wanted to like explore the options for those tags a little bit more. I used a couple more stamps that I'll show in my haul this week, but I got this one that says, I love you. This came in a bigger set. And this one's called Love Patch A1160, and it's from Hero Arts, 1997. And this is from the same set. It's an angel with like little hearts and stuff on it. And also Hero Arts, and this one's called Quilter's Angel, E1155. So I used both of those in 2 different tags. And this I Love You one, it's a smaller die, or a smaller stamp. So I used the smaller tag, the smallest tag. And this one I used a bigger tag so it would fit side to side. I also used some distressed oxide. I used antique linen, and I also used tea dye. And I used some alcohol markers to color my tags, which I don't have here, but you know what they look like. And I used some glitter dust as well. All right, so let's start with the first one, the small one, and this is how it came out. I stamped it with Memento black ink onto some white cardstock, and then I used both antique linen and tea dye distress oxide to give it an aged look. I colored in the stamp with alcohol markers, different shades of pink and red, and a little tan. And I just love this tag. I backed it with the floral pattern from that same Home Sweet Home paper pad, and see how it cuts out the little heart and there's a notch there. So you could just like, if you have a gift that's, you know, has a ribbon around it, you just like fold this or just slide this onto the ribbon and it's all set. So yeah, and I sprayed it with glitter dust. So I think it came out so adorable, right? And then the bigger one I made is this one with the angel. You could see the size difference. So for this one, I stamped on white paper again and colored and aged it the same way I did the smaller one. But then I also cut out the tag with this paper, which is from Vintage Valentine from Hobby Lobby. And so, yeah, so I cut it out once with the same tag die. And then I went ahead and took an edge die that I have that has the scallop and a stitch line, and I cut it apart in 2 different places, and then just glued those parts onto the stamped tag. So it looks kind of like a window. And then the back, I just put like a darker tan on there just to add some stability. It's nice and sturdy and just so cute, right? I think it kind of needs a sentiment too, so I would probably add like a little flag or something that says I love you or for you, maybe down here, I don't know, but I just didn't get to that yet. But isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I love these tags. I'm obsessed with them, obviously, and I can't wait to make more things with them. So again, you don't have to just use them for the project that they came with. You know, you can mix it up and use them for whatever you want. So those are my projects for today. I hope you liked them. I will link them all down below, of course, all the products that I used. So enjoy your day, and I'll be back soon with another crafty video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.